Well, after many long years of service, the dishwasher, according to the wife, wasn't cleaning the dishes as well as it once did. So it was time to take a look at it and see what needed to be fixed, changed, or exchanged. I figured I'd start at the bottom and work my way up. Obviously, the first thing is to get this lower tray out of the way. Next thing to check is the lower spray nozzle. And this one appears to be a little bit more loose than it should be. So I'm going to go ahead and take the little thumb screw off and take a look on the inside of it and see what we got. There are two bearing bushings, one on the top and one on the bottom. Clearly this one on the top looks like it's got a little excessive wear to it, so I'm going to take a look and see what a new one looks like. The lower bushing here looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't see any obvious signs of wear. I'll compare it against the new one just to be sure. The suction screen for the pump looks like it's in pretty good shape. One thing that jumps out at me is there's some obvious signs of wear to this lower spray nozzle. You can see the scratches and grooves here where it would normally rest against the lower bearing, and apparently it's bearing directly against the wing nut assembly. Well, as you can clearly see in these three shots, this one was clearly well past time to replace. Obviously it's worn out completely, and the wing nut was rubbing against the top of the spray nozzle, obviously causing the grooves that I saw on the top of it. I'm going to put it all back together right quick now that I've got the new part and see what it looks like as far as clearances goes. Clearly this looks like it's going to be a lot better than the other one was. I don't know what was going on, if the water was just bypassing the nozzle or the nozzle was rotating around and catching the lower tray. As you can clearly see, this looks a whole lot better than what was going on before. Okay, I've done some looking ahead and it becomes obvious when we're working with screws and some other small parts, so the last thing I want to do is drop something and wind up down the pump assembly. So I'm going to go ahead and spread a tile over the entire lower dishwasher. Next on my list of things to do is take out the upper tray. Since this one has stops at the end of the rails, I'm going to have to pull those stops out. Turns out these are extremely easy to get out. It's a pair of needle nose pliers and you press in the lower tab and they'll slide right out for you. Now that I've got the upper level tray out, I'm going to go ahead and check this second level spray nozzle. As you can see, it rotates very smoothly and there's no binding anywhere. Clearances don't appear to be excessive, so I'm going to leave this one alone. Just go ahead and concentrate on what's left with a third level spray nozzle. The third level nozzle definitely appears to have issues. To me it seems like there's something missing, and there is. The little rotating nozzle assembly is not present. In my case it's held in with two screws, easily removed with a Phillips screwdriver, and the little nozzle assembly just slides right out. Here's the new third level nozzle. As you can see, it's got the little rotating nozzle assembly is present that was missing on the first one, and it installs very similar to the one I took out. Only requires one screw, and unfortunately I can't show you me putting it in place because I had to climb in the dishwasher with it and wasn't enough room for me and the camera to get in there. Well, all that's left is go ahead and put it all back together. And yes, I've tried it. Made a marked difference in washing dishes. Pressure's a lot better. I'm throwing plastic cups around the dishwasher like I used to before. The pump pressure in the dishwasher is obviously a lot better, so I'm definitely getting the dishes much cleaner now than it was before I made these minor modifications. Well, if you like what you're seeing, give me a like and consider subscribing. I just might have something else coming down here real soon you're going to want to take a look at. This here engineer got a lot more tricks up his sleeve, so y'all come back and see me real soon.